I am your new favorite, JJ Caballero, joined by the lovely Goins, Casey Goins. And this is Mono Stereo Video, a podcast about movie music. I'm a songwriter, producer, DJ, while Casey is an amazing hairstylist and salon owner, and we love movies, and this is the perfect excuse to talk about music and movies. How's it going, though? Sorry, it was because I just did it wrong that first time.
I was like,
fuck.
I'm not going to look at him. I'm going to look everywhere else but at him.
Ay. It's a monster of the week, guys. And Casey's here, so it's a spoiler alert monster of the week. God damn it. It's been a tough week. I'm pissed.
So angry.
Been a tough week, and I'm pissed. How's your day?
We're both exhausted.
We're very
exhausted,
tired. Yeah.
We've been grouchy, and I've been talking with my clients, and it's like everybody's shit has been hitting the fan.
Yeah.
So like everybody's been feeling it.
The Mercury
so that was
retrograde
kind
is
of comforting, at least to know, like, not that I wish anything bad on anybody, but hearing everybody else's like dramas that are going on. Yeah. Kind of like was like, okay, you need to chill out, bitch. Like, I know you're getting annoyed, but at least it's not that.
Yeah, that's true.
Had to.
Everything's okay. Everything's okay. It's just I'm fucking annoying. It's fucking annoying. Everything's annoying. Guys, everything is annoying.
Yep.
Aye.
Except for movies.
Yeah, except for movies. That's why we're here, for the escapism.
Thing.
For the escapism of it all. And today's spoiler alert is we're just talking about Alien. All of the Alien stuff. We're just going to bring up anything Alien.
I mean, I know you'll probably bring up like Alien versus Predator stuff, but like, you know what I mean? Like, we both know I haven't really like watched that part of the universe.
Yeah. No.
So.
I mean, just, it was kind of good. Yeah. It was kind of gonna.
But yeah, anything Alien franchise, Prometheus, Covenant.
Yeah. That's what we're doing today.
Romulus.
Thank you very much for listening to the Hedwig episode. We had a good time doing that, and people really liked that episode, and it was a good time. It was a good time. There were some funny clips from it, and listen to it if you haven't listened to it yet. But if you have listened to it, thank you very much, and the response was real cool. So yeah, I mean, this was sparked because we saw Alien Romulus in the theater twice. Again.
Yeah.
Like more movies seen in the theater twice. We're doing that a lot. We've been doing that a lot. It's not stressful at all.
I mean, it's better than going out and spending $100 on booze.
Yeah, that for sure. Like, it's like, it is like a night out on booze.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a night out on booze. And I used to do that. That used to be so often.
And I don't feel like shit the next day.
Yeah.
And I don't look like shit the next day.
No.
And I don't smell like shit the next day.
No.
So I'll take it.
Yeah. But we've seen Alien Romulus twice.
So far.
And I mean, we're only gonna see it in the theater twice, maybe.
Well, yeah, so far.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if later down the road there's a re-release, you know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna see it again in the theater now that it's new. Like, we'll watch it at home. I'm just saying, like, so far it's been twice.
Okay. Either way, it's awesome. So, like I said, this is a spoiler alert episode because Casey's on it. So, spoiler alerts.
Oh, it's my fault it's a spoiler alert?
No. It's always a spoiler alert with me.
Spoilers all the time.
I know. But I guess like that last episode, it was nice to call it a spoiler alert because you were on it. Like the last monster of the week.
I see.
So I think I'm just going to kind of keep on that theme.
Okay.
Just whenever you're on those ones, we'll just spoil some movies, maybe. Yeah. So Alien Romulus, directed by Fede Alvarez. I mean, let's start from the beginning, and not the beginning as far as like it's Prometheus the beginning. Let's start at the beginning where Alien. Casey, what is your relationship to Alien? We're gonna post some of this stuff.
So I know we said that Velvet Goldmine is my favorite movie, which yes, this is true.
Yeah.
But this is definitely my favorite sci-fi horror
it's
franchise,
it's your other favorite
collection.
Movie.
Like this is like this is number 1.5. Like all of it as a whole, like everything.
Okay.
Like Like, I saw Alien when I was probably maybe like Jarek's age. I was like 10.
Okay.
And at that point, I wasn't like a big scary movie. Like, I was scared of everything. But I remember when I saw these movies, because I think I saw them at Cynthia's house.
Okay.
And I want to say they had them. Well, of course, they had them on VHS, but I don't know if they had the first two in a collection or if it was just like they just happened to have them both.
Okay.
But I remember not being scared enough to not watch it over and over and over again.
Yeah. Okay, I get that. Mm-hmm. I think the third one was always the one that kind of scared me more when I was younger. Like, I mean, I never saw that. I didn't see that one till I was older.
Yeah, that one also, because I couldn't, it wasn't like easily to find, that one wasn't as easy. At the time.
It wasn't the one that was like in rotation. I feel like the one that's in rotation most is Aliens.
Aliens, for sure.
I think Aliens is most in rotation, definitely. And that's the one that everybody remembers the most. So you were 10, like what year was that? What was that? I can't
95?
95? Mm-hmm. Okay, so 95, Alien 3 came out in 92, Aliens in 1986, and 1979 Alien. But I do remember, so my memory of Alien starts with the toys. Okay. So here, I'll Google Aliens.
I remember seeing the commercials, but I guess it was one of those things where I knew, like, I wasn't going to have those toys, so I just didn't even, like...
they're so awesome.
I didn't concern myself with it. I'd have been too sad.
Yeah, so all these Alien action figure series, this whole Aliens action figure series, I'm trying to find out when they started releasing, because I remember the late night cartoon commercials. Mm-hmm. For these, and they'd always come out. I'd just be watching, like, we did have cable, so I always watched like Nickelodeon or whatever. Mm-hmm. And of course, Nickelodeon, they know that kids are watching this late night. They're gonna market to the kids.
We didn't have a lot of that. So, and then later or whatever TV we were watching, majority of the time, unless it was our movies, was whatever my mom wanted to watch, because it wasn't one of those where we had a TV in every room. It was like TV was in the living room, and if she was watching TV, it was what she wanted to see. Yeah, these are the
so I guess okay, so that's what it is. So these did come out in 1992. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's because Alien 3 came out and then these came out.
Okay,
you know what I mean? But they did release this action figure line in 1992. But these are fucking rad. Like, there's like the Queen, there's Bishop. Mm-hmm. Let me show you the crane walker. Here, let me find that real quick. The crane, the power loader. Yeah, all that shit. Mm-hmm. But I remember those commercials. That's what I remember most. I remember those commercials and the Terminator 2 action figure commercials.
The Terminator, those commercials I do remember seeing.
Yeah. Because of course I'd see, like, they're... We
saw Terminator a lot, too.
Yeah, us too. I want to say part 2 was on rotation also, but Albert, like, loved Arnold.
Yeah.
My Uncle Albert loved Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, Arnold was, like, a big influence on his, like, lifting and bodybuilding, and he is a big influence. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Currently.
Side story. Hold on. Side story to that. Albert used to fuck with me all the time when I was little.
Okay, and that came out like bad. Like,
no.
Like, it was just the words like too fast. I was like, wait, what? And then I didn't know what you were gonna say, and then it was like a side story, and then I'm like, wait.
No, okay.
He would mess with you.
He would mess with me. He would pick on me, but he was all, like, we were always hanging out, and like, like, Albert is our Uncle Albert.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this until, like, later on, but, like, we'd get phone calls. We'd be ring, ring, ring. And Bernie, hey, JJ, here, it's for you. Albert would act like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I'd just be like, hello? Like, you know what I mean? I'd have, like, a full conversation. And yes, you talk like this.
Oh, my gosh. I can't wait to bring that up the next time we see them. Can I? Or should I not?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to relive that now that I'm saying it. Now that I'm recording it. Now that it's on mic.
That is hilarious. And I want to hear his version of
I think it was my Nino that would call me as Santa. Yeah.
Wow, your family bomb. You know what I mean? Like, they'll go all out. Like, besides the whole lying to children about stuff that doesn't exist, it's cool that they were like, they wanted to play that part just so you could have that magical experience. Like, that's pretty fucking cool.
It's real nice. Like, they're very... I know. Yeah.
That's why you're look at me.
I know. I am a product of my environment, for sure. For sure that is. But yeah, how do we get that? Oh, to the Terminator toys. Yes. Okay, Alien toys. That was my introduction to them. I didn't even see the movie. I'm sure I saw the movie. I'm sure it was on when I was around.
Yeah.
But like to remember when I first sat down and watched Aliens and Alien and
yeah,
it was when I lived with Jake. Okay. Like, it was just like, okay, let's do this. So, like, my first recollection of, like, seeing it, like, and this is, like, actually, like, yes, I watched it, okay, but, my first time actually, it's been with you, like, my first time actually, like, sitting and paying attention to the style.
What the story is, and, like, everything. Yeah. Like, mind you, like, I saw this, like, when I was too little to understand.
Yeah.
Besides, like, the alien's the bad guy and, like, Sigourney Weaver's badass. Like, besides all of that, like, I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know the corruption that was happening. I didn't know, like, all the lies that were happening. I didn't get it. So it wasn't until, like, I was much older and then I watched, you know what I mean? I've seen him so many times. But it's like you watch it again and you're like, oh, like, that light bulb goes off and you're like, that's what was happening this whole time. And that's why... this other movie came about, and this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's real smart. Like, I mean, they pass it from director to director, kind of, as they're going along, but everybody still seems to keep the same through line and essence, and like they really like people. How can I say they like building upon the lore of this crazy world that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that it just made it even cooler that, like, as much as everybody hated Alien Resurrection at the time, the fact that it was still the same heroine and she agreed, you know what I mean, to come back, you know what I mean? Like, that to me is a big deal because nowadays it's like, how many Spider-Mans have there been? And how many Batmans have there been?
Yeah.
And how many, like, I get it. Like, you can't be the same one forever, but, like, she did it. And I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And that was, like, her legacy, yeah. I mean, that's part of it. That's part of what made her who she, I mean, Sigourney Weaver, Ellen Ripley, she's a badass. She's, like, the total badass. The total badass through it all.
Ripley, like, even just not even like, yes, they show her and she has to use her, like, body force of power, whatever, but just like the whole time before it even gets to that point, she's like, you're not listening to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you already, like, and you're not listening to me. And it just feels like it's still echoing now.
Yeah.
Still, for women, you're not listening to me. Like, I'm telling you.
There's so many. Yeah, that's the thing about the Alien franchise too. There's so many themes, like
lots
motherhood,
of layers.
like a lot of motherhood, like a lot of like
the fact that the ship, the program mother,
yeah, like there's the queen. It's a lot of like female, like it's just like, it just turns it on its head. Like you're not fighting the man, like, you know what I mean? It's the queen and then, the hive and they're like the bees, right? Like they're like, I guess in some sense of it and such. But like, I also like, I'm trying to think. So Alien Resurrection was also like, okay, so I do remember Alien Resurrection coming out, and Jake and my older brother Jake and stepmom Grace, rest in peace. They went to go see it when it opened, and like they were super stoked on it because so also Jake is like a big reason why I know about Alien as much as I do, or for like the Alien was his and Grace's shit. Like Star Wars is his shit, and Alien was Grace's and his shit. Yeah, Alien was totally their shit.
Yeah, I was excited about Resurrection because I love Winona Ryder, and I'd already seen everything that she'd been in, and it was just like,
and it was
cool.
It was
this
right
was
after
the first sci-fi movie. Like she hadn't done a sci-fi movie,
and it was after she got caught fucking shoplifting. Remember that shit? That it was like the free remote.
And I want to feel like that was the reason why people wanted to hate the movie, because people really hated.
They hated on her for a long time. Huh?
Yeah, I remember hearing so much talking shit and so much like, wow, she's fallen. And wow,
or was it?
I don't think the shoplifting happened before.
No, you're right. You're right. It was after like Girl Interrupted, maybe.
It was after, yeah. Because she was already like a star. Like she wasn't like.
And then she came back for was her comeback in was it Black Swan?
Yeah. It was around then. For sure it was Stranger Things. That was like, Winona's back and everybody loves her now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Black Swan was one of the first like big
thing like, after.
She came back to like.
I knew people who had free Winona shirts. I want a free Winona shirt now.
Yeah, right?
I love that.
But I just remember like in my mind thinking like you don't know why.
Oh yeah,
you
for
know
sure.
What I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you don't know
why.
You don't know why she was shoplifting.
You don't know anything. Like, you know what I mean?
No. I mean, unless she like confessed, like I was just being a brat, and it's brat summer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, unless she did that.
Shoplifting's brat. No.
Brat. Aye. But yeah, so that one I do remember in real time, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because it was, what was it? It was 1997. Hold on.
98?
97. 1997. Jean-Pierre Jeunet. So in order, it's been Ridley Scott, James Cameron, David Fincher. Two, probably the best. Alien 3 is now like it is there on my tippy top, maybe above Resurrection now. Like it was David Fincher's first movie, and there's a lot of like lore behind that too. Like he didn't have a good time, and he kind of disowned the movie. Like the studio like kind of fucked with him and shit. Like they fucked with the film. And I guess there's also like another cut out there that's more like true to what his cut is and stuff. I don't know if we have it. Maybe I don't know. I really don't know. But that one, upon rewatch, now it's so bleak. You know what I mean?
Yes, that one was always my least favorite.
And people hated it because they killed Newt at the beginning. Like that's
Newt. Yeah.
Yeah. And then.
So for me, it just felt so like how you said. Yes, it was bleak, but it wasn't. I don't know. It just didn't. It didn't feel the same as the other ones.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't.
But it did. This one has my favorite scene out of all the movies.
Yeah, the one where she's
like
all on her,
pressed
in her
up
face.
against her and doesn't kill her. Yeah, like that's my favorite.
All wet.
All saliva.
The aliens are just wet. Xenomorphs are wet. Yeah, that's. I guess that one like just upon rewatch, just the color.
Yeah,
just 'cause I like.
Yeah, a lot of it is like that beige tone, and I think that's what for me like made it off because all the other movies they're black and blue and like
green.
You see all those like that one was very like it felt like Arrakis, like everything was brown.
Yeah,
and it felt off. To me, but watching it the couple of days ago, how we did. Like, I could see it in a different way because I'm older now and appreciate different things from movies now than when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I hated it less.
Yeah.
Or maybe I stopped hating it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, out of all of the ones, like, I just, like, it is on the bottom of the list, but.
Okay.
Like, I don't disown it anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like it. I really like that one. Just David Fincher.
It's mostly because of that one actor. I don't like him.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
What's his name?
The one that helps her?
The man with the glasses.
Yeah, let me see. I forgot. Not Charles Dance. Oh, what the
No, not Charles Dance. I like Charles Dance.
Oh my gosh, what's this dude's name? Charles S. Dutton?
Yes.
Okay.
I just don't like the sound of his voice. I don't think he's a good actor. Like, I don't think he was a good fit for, like, this movie.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I was just like, why him? Huh. And he was such a main character, so it was like really annoying for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it mostly was.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. Got you. Prometheus and Alien Covenant. Prometheus, I remember that one. I saw in the theater.
I was so excited when that was even just being talked about. Like,
I went into it knowing, oh fuck, this movie looks crazy. Not knowing it's an alien movie. I had no idea. No fucking idea.
Yeah, I was super nerd about it. I was like, oh my god. Like, it's not Alien, but it's Alien. Like,
yeah, no, I had no idea, and then like I was real stoned. I remember just being real, and this was like before I could handle my shit. Yeah. Like, it was like back when I couldn't handle my shit, and maybe we were drunk too. So like, I was like watching like, what the fuck? Just how intense everything was.
Yes,
like,
that one was so like.
That was awesome.
It just goes like right from the start. And how you said that one has so many layers, too, because it's like, okay, not only are they looking for their origin, and that's the focus of the movie, where did we come from? Why all these things?
Yeah.
And then you see the relationship between Waylon and the daughter, and like, you get this weird relationship from them the whole movie, and then it doesn't reveal to the end that he's her father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he like, doesn't really... like, want anything to do with her.
And
like,
all of this is, like, set off because he wants to live forever. Like, Fountain of Youth type shit. Like, that's what they're searching for.
Yeah, that's why it was, for me, it was so, like, like...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, that's like a major theme in just throughout this whole series is just like man's like hubris and man's fucking
and then how they get always the perfect specimen. Perfect specimen. Like, that's man's like perfection, like youth, and you know what I mean? All those things.
We're always searching for that and like the perfect weapon. They're trying, you know what I mean? Like that's why like they never initially kill the fucking xenomorph or the alien at the beginning, or they always proliferate them and they grow them and they have them in fucking labs and shit. Like Covenant 2 was pretty hardcore. Covenant was pretty hardcore. Yeah.
Covenant I felt like was more like that one was quick.
That one was
like
everything.
It was a quick story. I liked how like it was just like, all right, we're gonna do this. Like, we're gonna show you what the alien like. It just the quickness of it. I loved it.
Killed that Dave Franco like right off the top. Just
like sorry, Dave Franco. Like, you're not gonna. No, James Franco. It was
James Franco.
It's like, no, you're not gonna be part of the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one, if Covenant for me is pretty high up there.
I like Covenant a lot too.
It's good.
I mean, Prometheus is probably in my number 2. Like, because I love Prometheus. I can watch that movie all the time.
I can watch it whenever. Yeah. And I like that one, too. The colors in that one, it's a lot of blue. Yeah. A lot of, like...
just the graphics on that were just, like, they're still out of this world. They're still out of this world.
Nomi's acting, like, was so good.
Everybody, she's so good.
So good. And then, like, kudos to the, like, just the people, like... the makeup artists and the hair people, like everybody putting the stuff together, because it's like when I'm watching the movie, since I've seen it so many times, it's just like, God, I wonder how many times they had to reapply and make them sweaty and dewy and re-wet the hair and make it look like they've been running
a bloody panza with all
like the staple gunning her together, like all the stuff, you know what I mean?
And she just got fucked up. Like, throughout the whole movie just beat up.
Just like, damn.
Yeah. Sigourney never even got that beat up throughout anything. Like, throughout, like Ellen Ripley? No,
beat up in that way. No, I think it was more of like, I'm trying to escape. I'm trying to, like,
and
get away.
And she just never gets away from the fucking thing. It always fucking haunts her.
But it's like, who, Ripley or?
Ripley. Just, like, she's hypersleep.
Yeah.
Awake
and
75 years later, and it's still there. Awake so many years later. And we're gonna take
you back because you know more about it.
Yep. Yeah.
And then now we're gonna like freeze you again and clone you a million times. So.
Oh
you know what I mean?
All the clones.
Yeah, she was the 8th clone on that one. It's like, oh.
Alien Romulus, directed by Fede Alvarez. Fede also directed so my favorite thing that he's directed is like the 2013 Evil Dead.
Yeah.
He did Don't Breathe. I don't know if I think there's a sequel, or is there not a sequel? Do you know if there's a sequel to Don't Breathe?
I think there is, or they're making one.
Okay. So he did that one. He directed The Girl with the Spiders with the Spiders. The girl
with the Spiders.
Yeah, that one. That one. He did that one.
I do want to watch that again.
I remember not liking it as much.
I feel like I did
not liking it.
I mean, it's not going to be like a great. I want to watch it again just to see it again.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was because they changed. It wasn't I was like, why is it not Rooney? I liked Rooney when the American version came out. Like, I was like, damn, like I wished it was her again.
Numi Rapace too, or Numi Rapace.
Yeah.
Rapace. Yeah, you're pretty.
She was the original.
She was the original girl. Wow, that's wild. Huh, all these little connections that we're making on this show. Ooh, weird. But Fede did that. His like, it's like the gore. He knows how to do the gore. He knows how to do the practical. They built a whole ass xenomorph for this fucking movie, and there's like that. I'll look for that post and I'll repost it too on our Instagram. That one that I showed you, where it's like they have the alien thing.
And they're moving it,
and they're moving
so that you
it.
can see how it does. Yeah.
But this one was rad. I mean, we saw it in the fucking theater twice. We saw it in the theater. We had to see it. We saw it 3:00 right after I got off of work. First showing on that Thursday. Super excited. I was kind of mad that we missed the pre-show at Alamo. Yeah. But I mean, we that's fine. Whatever.
First world problems always.
First world problems. But it's so now. So what I also like about the Alien franchise is like and this was brought up on the blank check. So blank check, I watched the movies, did the watch alongs with them. I did all that, and it's pretty cool. It like them talking about certain things, and then they had another episode on Aliens because they did James Cameron. They had another episode about David Fincher, the Alien 3. But they bring up that this is like workspace. Like this is like space as a job. Like everybody here is like, they're just, I'm working, I'm in it. Like, and throughout the whole series, everybody is just working. I think Prometheus is like the only one where like I don't know. No, there's always like a scientist. Never mind. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but there's always like a crew who, oh man, we gotta do this shit, and we gotta take these scientists. We got this
signal, and we have to go save them.
We gotta go check this out.
What this signal is. Yeah. And it's like, imagine like you're in space.
Yes.
There could be anything.
Yeah.
And you're gonna go.
So this one takes place in between Alien and Aliens. And what I like about it is this is the first time we do see like they're on a mining planet.
Yeah, like these aren't trained scientists that are doing, you know what I mean? I liked it too. They were like young kids that were working, trying to get out of a bad situation and better their lives. They wanted to immigrate to another planet.
Area.
You know what I mean?
And they were trying to leave, and they were trying to get they were trying to immigrate. Yeah, they were trying to just leave off the planet. So I'll go through the cast list on this one because they were pretty rad, and it's pretty small. It's a very small cast list, actually. That's what I liked about it. Really,
like there's not that many that they list.
No, yeah, you know? And that too. Like I think that's a Fede Alvarez thing because Evil Dead, small cast.
Yeah.
I think Don't Breathe too. Like it's a small cast type movie too. So that's cool. Maybe that's like he's like, I have this control here. Like he can,
I don't want to have all these extras. I don't want to have to like.
Yeah. This is like probably the biggest movie that he's done. Like, and then the graphics were fucking amazing on this. Oh man. But so Kaylee Spaney as Rain Carradine, she's been popping up and popping out lately.
We haven't seen Priscilla yet, but I do like that she could go from Priscilla to Civil War to Romulus.
Yep.
To what's the other movie she did?
So she's been in Civil War, Priscilla, Romulus. She was in Vice. I don't remember. I don't know.
See that I don't remember who she was in Vice.
She was probably she had to be younger. She had to be like much younger. Yeah, 17-year-old Lynn Vincent.
What scene is she in?
I mean, it's like a flashback scene when Dick Cheney was younger.
Oh, see, okay. Yeah. Okay, and then
I know that we should probably watch that again. Maybe I don't know.
I like that movie.
Yeah, we saw it on.
We saw it in the theater.
In the theater, and then that's the first time you met my mom. Mm-hmm. Yep. She was also in that one Bad Times at the El Royale.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see that one. She's in that Mayor of Easttown, that show.
Oh yeah, I do want to watch that.
Me too. And then she's also in that Devs.
Okay.
The Craft. The new Craft.
That's what it
was.
The
new Craft. That's the one.
Like that's good range.
Yeah.
In such a small amount of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you're not saying, oh, I don't want to do that. It's like I'm gonna get to be a lead or one of the leads, or you know what I mean?
Like it's all ramped
I'll
up.
do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not worried about being the pretty girl. I'm not worried about being the this.
And she's working with cool fucking people. Like she's working with fucking like this one, Fede, and then Alex Garland on Civil War and Dev. She worked fucking what's her name that did Priscilla? Sofia Coppola. You know what I mean? Like she's doing her thing. Like that's pretty rad. Cool. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I want to see what she does. I want to see where she goes. Yeah. She's a cool one. David Johnson as Andy or Andy.
What else was he been on?
So a movie called Rye Lane.
Is he's not American, right?
No, he's British.
Okay, that's.
I think when he gets his chip. When he gets the chip and he like his AI repairs and all that, I think that may be his real voice. Well, hold on, let's see. Yeah, British actor, so he was born in 1993. I want to say Kaylee Spaney was born in 1998. Wow. She was born after like the full Alien saga had already been released and she was born. Wow. Wild. David Johnson, he began his career in the West End. He was on some BBC. Oh, he was on the BBC show. That show Industry that's been popping up on HBO. He's in that. Huh. I heard things. Yeah, I heard it was.
Who else is in it? Somebody big.
Kit. The Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Jon Snow. Yeah, he's in it. He was also in a movie called The Long Walk. An Agatha Christie. I think it might be like an Agatha Christie BBC movie type miniseries special movie type thing. It looks like it says. I really liked him. In this. Like, I pointed out to Casey that he's the droid in this. He's the what are they called? The synthetic. He is the synthetic in this. What did he prefer himself to be called?
He's like, I prefer artificial
person.
Person myself.
Yeah, artificial person myself. Yeah. We it's kind of like hinted at, and then you find that out, like always, like you find out with everyone.
I feel like you find out much sooner, of course, than
because those kids are kicking his ass, huh? Yeah, that's
like
true.
You find out much sooner. You're like, oh, okay. I mean, you figured how is he her brother?
Yeah,
whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's her brother, quote unquote, but essentially he is a synthetic was programmed for like his main objective was to do what's right for Rain by her father. We've learned that so they're all young kids and like I don't know, I'm trailing off. I don't know. Sorry, I'm fucking trailing. Sorry, but he's an ND unit, and I pointed out to Casey that he in the movie he's kind of he's neurodivergent. You know, he's kind of autism coded in it, and like ND neurodivergent. Yeah. So it's like, oh, okay. The thing about that was when the movie started and I saw that I was a little pulled aback and I was like, Fede is gonna kill this guy real bad and make us cry. You know what I mean? I liked it.
It was like, no, he's the badass.
Yeah, he's the badass in this. He is the badass in this. Like he's heroic. He ends up. He's a hero. He's kind of an anti-hero at a point.
Yeah. I like that it was like, oh, damn. Like, he is going to be, because all the synthetics, most of the synthetics in the movies
are
are bad guys.
Are the villains. Yeah.
So I like that he was like more. It was like Bishop again.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know
Bishop was the only one.
Bishop was like he.
Well, Bishop and Call. Yeah, actually, Bishop and Call.
Well, see, but Call originally, like, she was wanting to go there because she found out Ripley was cloned in there and wanted to stop all of
her. Yeah.
So yeah, she was kind of like not on either side. Like she wanted to stop all of it.
So all the synthetics are Weyland products. So like that made me like this time just the emphasis of him being a Weyland Yutani thing and then bringing that up and he's property of Weyland Yutani.
Yeah, and you're gonna go onto a Weyland Yutani ship and steal. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do is steal battery reservoirs or pods so that they have enough for lifespan for hypersleep to get to
Ivaga.
And the way their planet they're on now works is there's no sunlight ever and it's just dark and dreary and they're all just working and they're supposed to be working off some quota that was assigned to them so that they can finish their time there and go home. It's basically they're all prisoners. It felt like they were all doing
It's
time.
like a prison planet, yeah.
And like it starts off her thinking like, oh, okay, I've finished and we're finally gonna get to leave and she's all excited and they're like, no, we're adding on like a zillion more to your fucking
place. This is very hyper capitalism. Like that's what this is. Like to the point where
it reminded me of like how we talk about like when people are put in extreme situations, they do extreme things. Like all these kids were like, well, we're never gonna get to fucking leave here. Like, let's go get these pods and we'll fucking fly out of here. Like easy peasy.
Yep. And we'll figure it out as we go. So like, and it's that. It's and every time. Oh man.
I liked too how slow, like
it was a very
even though it wasn't boring, and I like that he kept along with the silence. The movie starts
at the beginning so quiet.
I fucking loved it. It was just awesome. Quiet. You could feel everybody get nervous. Everybody was like
nobody wanted. I didn't want to crunch chewing, my shit. Yep.
They stopped drinking.
Everybody
stopped breathing,
awesome.
and they're like, I think something's wrong with the sound.
I knew that was that.
Quiet.
I knew it was
and
that.
And then hearing the little do like in the original. Oh, I fucking like the first 5. I was sucked in.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Yeah, that was cool. That was awesome. I really like that too. The other actor. So Archie Renault was Tyler, the ex-boyfriend guy.
Okay.
That guy too. So he's
I hated that guy.
Me too.
I was like, you suck.
He's an English actor and model. He's on that Netflix show Shadow and Bone, and then he's on a BBC One show called Gold Digger. Okay. He was in Morbius that we didn't watch. Let's see. He was on Upgraded. I think I've seen that pop up on like Hulu, maybe. Okay. Let's see. Anything else that we would have recognized? No, a few movies, but nothing. Nothing that we really recognize. So another British actor, Isabella Merced was Kay, his sister. She was in Madam Web, which I probably will never ever watch. She was also in one of the Transformers, The Last Night, the 2017 one.
Okay.
En Sicario del Soldado.
I haven't seen any of those.
Soldado. I said it all horrible. Soldado. She does like voice work. Oh, I think she's the new. Yeah, she was the live action Dora from the Dora the Explorer movie.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. I liked her character.
I did too. Yeah. It was confusing. How are they related if he's British? If he has a British accent?
Yeah, and how is like I get the whole cousin thing because you have a marriage to a completely opposite person. Like I get it.
Or maybe like it was like a blended blended family.
This is my cousin because I have cousins that were not blood related at all whatsoever. They're my cousins. So
maybe like they were like
I feel like it was one of those kind of situations.
Like
but then like it also kind of felt like. Well, so read the cousin's name.
His name is Spike Fearn as Bjorn.
I liked his character because you hated him so much. Like you were just like, you suck.
He did really good. He did really good at that.
But like I that threw me off
Everybody
too, where I
him.
Felt like it kind of insinuated that her baby was his baby.
That's what I
felt it. Yeah. Like they're kind of starting to say when she was like, whose baby is it? Oh, some asshole. And it's the whole movie, he's being the asshole. Like, and I'm like, and that little embrace that they had, like, towards the end, like, it just made it
before
seem
he dies and
like it was his baby.
Like, and then the other crew member, her name is so that dude Spike Fearon was in the Batman, the one with the
was he one of the ones like one of the people, like how they were like part of the gangs and he
might have been
up or something?
Yeah, he might have been one of the gang members.
I was like, I don't recognize his face like that.
No. And then he was in that movie After Sun. He's in Back to Black. The Amy Winehouse biopic that I will never watch. And a few other movies I don't recognize. But
the other crew member,
Eileen Wu, she's only in like another 10-minute short. So this was like this does seem like her. Let's see. So Chinese American actor, director, writer, producer, currently based in Brooklyn. Let's see. It looks like she's done like stage acting a lot. It was a lot of stage acting. She went to NYU. Cool. Okay, that's her. Yeah. NYU stage actor. She has got it has a whole thing about her immigration story to the U.S. and stuff. So cool. Awesome. I
thought she did a great job too.
She was Navarro. Like,
just like being attacked. Awesome. You know what I mean, by the facehugger and like. I love the part where they got it off of her and she like wakes up still like fucking freaking the fuck out.
Yeah. And that too, like, so Alyssa brought up, which kind of like, why'd you bring that up? But she brought up that, so Casey's friend Alyssa went with us and she brought up like the timing thing. That was like these aliens.
I feel like, you know, I feel like it's just, it was never meant for it to feel like it was that long, the gestation period. But I feel like now with the progression of all the technology and stuff, it was easier for them to speed all that up. And
then you saw a pod that a cocoon built, like that pussy pod. Like it looked like a fucking, you know what I mean? Like a vagina.
Well, that's because all of Geiger's stuff is very sexualized art. But
that's like how they gestate into the bigger being, the bigger xenomorph after like the chest bursting alien. Like, I guess that had we ever seen that before?
No, I think right? What was happening with that was because so the little alien like shedded the skin and then it was still like it cocooned itself, like that was its next, like progression or whatever, because they're growing so fast.
And then like it was like Ferida is really good with the practical and all that. Like the just seeing the alien burst out of her chest, like to the side.
Yeah, and like kind of ooze out of its little like thin casing and stuff. Yeah.
And then you start seeing like the color get into its
where
like,
it starts to look translucent. You see it happen quick.
Yeah, you see that happen. You see that black. So this move. So everybody like. They end up on like the Romulus, which is like half of another station, Romulus and Remus. I like, so they did tie in Prometheus to this. I really like that. Like they tied in that, like it's like the liquid within these things.
The liquid that they extracted from them was that
from the
same
Facehuggers, the black liquid
that David had extracted. Remember when he was showing, and it was like that black liquid, and he put it in the guy's drink?
In the guy's drink, in that doctor's drink. That's true.
That same black liquid. Like I thought that was cool, and even the way they made it look, and when they made the little digital picture of it, and it was looked like the ones in Prometheus, that were all lined up.
Yeah, all those, those were like proto. To me, they were like the proto eggs.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah. Like they were bombs.
They were bombs. Yeah, you're right. They were bombs. That's right. They were bombs. Duh. Wow. Okay. And it just like it tied it all up. Rook comes back. It wasn't played by the dude though.
Yeah, it was like a CGI.
It was CGI Rook, but the voice was this dude Daniel Betts.
Okay.
So I'm assuming what it was is like. He had like the toggle, like the dots on his face. They mapped out. He acted it, but then they put the other dude's face on top of that. Yeah, they put the other dude's face.
I just wish. I feel like there's been so much progress with everything. Like That was the only knock I had. Like when you see him for the first time and you realize you're like, oh, it's him, but just the face looks so off.
It was off.
Like
it was Renesmee. It was a little bit Renesmee.
It was a little bit off, and I'm like, well, how come in? Because what was the other movie? I was like, how come in Benjamin Button it wasn't so like, you know what I mean? Like it didn't look so fake.
And also it's like.
It was almost that little bit of like that AI fakeness to it was where a little it was AI trying too hard.
That's what I think. Like, I'm like, was it? Because there is that AI tech. So there are movies being made right now that have specific AI technology. You know who developed and has like an AI, like put the face on type studio that's working on a film right now with, I think, Kendrick Lamar as the South Park dudes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have like a whole thing. And so it's that, like, I think it's that, like, it looked like that. It looked like that's how it could be. Because,
like, even nowadays, like, clients are starting to show pictures and, like, you're looking at it and you're like, something's not right with this picture. And it's like, it's fake. Like, it's an AI. Gosh. Like, nobody's hair looks like that. Yeah. Nobody's skin looks, you know what I mean? Like, there's just something about it where you're like, it's not real.
It's the uncanny valley. That's what it's the uncanny valley. Yeah.
I can't, like, I love the progression of technology and I appreciate all the progress and everything, like, that we've made as humans. But then it's also like, you're your ultimate destruction because you can never be satisfied.
It's that. And there's
never any satisfaction. Like, you're never satisfied. You always want more.
Hypercapitalism always wants more too. Like, that's what it. And like the privatization of space. Like,
I like how they made it about that. Like where you felt like they were less than. They were part of like they're not rich people. They're poor people, and they're having to do this struggle. And it's like exactly like nobody in their right mind would go on this other ship and do this if they had any other way out. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, that's real good. It's real good about this, and it keeps in line. So, like the Alien versus Predator movies, they do. There is more lore. Like Bishop comes out in the first one. I think Bishop comes out in the first one, or as like a like. I guess they based like whoever the real guy is. They based him off of. Doesn't he also come out in Alien 3 again?
Bishop?
Yeah.
No, because
at the end, doesn't somebody come out? We gotta check that out again. I'm a little confused on that. But so Alien versus Predator 1, like it does have that Whaley Utani.
I need to watch them. I know I need to.
I'm down to watch Alien versus the first one. I'm down to watch.
Like, and it's not that I don't like Predator. Like, I remember being little and like we watched them. Like, I've seen the movies. I loved Prey. Like. I just, when it was like the meshing of the two, I was like, no.
But that's the thing, is that there's a whole comic book series. There's a whole lore. It is built on lore. There is lore there.
And I was just like, no, like, you know what I mean?
There was comic book series and toy series. Alien versus Predator. The comic books, fucking
like
sick.
The ultimate, like who's the ultimate warrior? Like who's the ultimate?
Well, I mean, essentially, no, the predators are hunting the aliens. Like the aliens are game. That's what it is. Like they're the ultimate game, essentially. And that's like humans get caught in between because we're also game to the predators. You know what I mean? That's what that is. So that's it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fucking cool. Like. I don't like the aliens seem to have more agency in this world, whereas in that world, it's like the predators can think, they can fucking, you know what I mean? They can stalk, they can make plans, and like, you know what I mean? It's just.
But the aliens do that.
Aliens do that too, but in like I feel like in an animalistic way. You know what I mean?
Think about it in Resurrection, like when the scientist has him in the box and he's training him like. I'm going to spray you with this Freon or whatever it is to freeze you, and that hurts you. Like, you know, I'm going to press this button. And then they converse, I guess, with each other and agree that these two are gonna kill the one so that their acid can let them out. Like, to me, that's pretty fucking, like, that's not animal.
I mean, there's animals, but there's also animals that are like that.
That's pretty fucking, like, that's planning and plotting, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I get it. Like, that's cool that's, like, the predator can get the one up on it. Like, I get it.
Yeah, there's the two movies. Those two, it was 2004 and 2007 that those came out. There's so also what was I gonna bring? Like, just all the facehugger scenes, fucking awesome.
I liked that this one. He was like, I'm gonna give the facehugger the shine that it needs and deserves.
Yeah,
and like it's gonna be the facehugger. It's gonna be the scary thing.
And then just the fact that there were just already a bunch of Xenomorphs on that fucking ship already. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they had already infected it. And, like, the crew is just oh, shit. Like, they stumbled upon something like, oh, shit. Like, what do we do? Yeah. And it's like, it calls back to Alien. There's the Nostromo after it's blown up is, like, right there. What else? It's so good. It's just so good. And it like you said, it takes its time. It's a long movie.
Like, you see them on the planet, you see the struggle, you find out the little backstory. Like,
he does
it
good
takes a while to actually, like, where something happens. Like, it doesn't get scary until they get locked in that room with the water.
Yes. Yeah.
And I loved too that he brought back that water scary element, like in Resurrection. Like, I liked that.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that was cool. All the sounds, and
the guns. I loved that the guns sounded like the same as the guns on Aliens. When they're just all that shooting, you hear like it's the same sound.
I loved at the beginning of the movie that it did the same thing as like I think part 3 or so, went dun 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 dun.
Oh, and then it glitches out. Yeah,
I love that.
Yep.
Like, it did that in the last, so I love that shit for Alien. Yeah. I was also going to bring up. Let's see. I was thinking, and Andy. I was thinking. No, that was good. Oh, when he did when he called back to get off of her, you bitch. That made me cry.
Awesome. Like that one brought a little tear to my eye. When I saw it the second time, I felt like they should have let him say it in one full burst and not get away from her and then like keep shooting and then after you bitch. Like, but I get it.
The second time made me
struggle.
Cry.
Yeah,
it's like, weird. The second time made me cry. The first time I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
But I liked that they recalled that. I liked that there was the scenes where you see her climbing down the ladder and stuff, and it's like you see the fucking Reeboks, like, you know what I mean?
That's
I fucking
true.
loved that too.
The Offspring was played by Robert Bobrisky. I think he's
Romanian?
He's like Romanian.
I don't know. I could be wrong. I think that's.
But yeah, The Offspring. What do you think about that? What do you think about the alien?
To me,
ultimate
now
Offspring alien.
It just came to me because I was like, what does it remind me of? Like, what is it about it when it smiles at her? It reminded me of the silent men from Buffy.
Oh,
that's
shit!
That's what it reminded me of. So that made it cooler for me. I was like, why?
Yeah. It was such a weird looking being. I'm sure people hate it. I liked too
that it was like the more you looked at it, you were like, wait, like it had like manly features and like you see the chest and no boobs, but then it's like
a vagina.
Is that a belly button? Is it a vagina?
Yeah.
And then it's like later you see it like the mouth open up and it's like there's the penis. Like that's the penis.
The phallic thing.
Yeah.
That was wild. Like, and then just they're trying to combine the whole
and I liked what they did because obviously this baby was already like pretty much done cooking and then got infected. So it's like, of course it's gonna look more human than alien.
And then it looked like the fucking architect. It looked kind of like the architect.
Yeah, it looked like the architect.
It looked like the architect.
I thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah. So it's just adding to the mystery of the lore of this place too. Like what are these architects? Like what the fuck is happening with these dudes? Like where did all this come from?
Wild. I feel like we have to mention also like on Alien, like John Hurt's the first, like the person that gets infected. And I liked how I didn't realize it at the time, and I knew they were referencing the scene. I didn't realize that it was Tom Skerritt still, like, not Tom Skerritt, John Hurt. I didn't realize that he was on Spaceballs. He played
the same one. Yeah, he played him.
Like, when I saw it back, when I first saw Spaceballs, I didn't realize. I knew what they were referencing, but I didn't realize it was him. I don't know why.
That's cool. That is pretty cool. Huh?
But it's funny because we've been seeing that again lately, that scene.
The hell on, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's funny. I never realized it was him.
There is still, I didn't know that this was still happening. So I thought Romulus was what the original idea for the show was.
Oh no, there's still the show.
But there's still going to be a show. Mm-hmm. Alien Earth. There's still going to be a show.
I feel like we have to bring up Bolaji Badego too.
Who?
He was the original Xenomorph in Alien.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't CGI. It wasn't animatronics. It was a person in the
cool suit. Yeah.
And I thought that was like, nobody knew it was him until like all the other ones started coming out.
Oh, okay.
He never really got any credit for it. But I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, to bring him up.
Of course, I mean, Geiger is like the whole reason, like all this design, artwork, all the engineering, all the stuff,
everybody.
It's all part of his artwork that they built all the scenes. Like when you see them in the cocoon, where they're they're keeping people like hostage to use their bodies.
Yeah.
All of that is part of his artwork, all the piping, all the like hypersexualized,
all the remnants.
The way they infect you.
Yeah.
Or like on Romulus, that one for me was so like he was really like, I felt like it was the emphasis on the Geiger artwork because when you look at his artwork, it's a lot of phallic, a lot of penetration,
it's a lot the body
of
horror.
Like, it's all of that. Yeah. And so when the Facehuggers were the ones and you see them, it's like that when you see them pull the thing all out of her throat and it's just like, oh gosh, like it's horrifying.
Yep. I like that. Yeah. It is like, it's part of his body horror shit. He does the body horror in fucking Evil Dead. Like, pretty hardcore. Like, he's very good at like a lot of the gore and stuff. Yeah. I'm surprised this movie wasn't more gory.
This one was very horror to me.
Yeah, it was super horror.
They brought the horror back. This one's very horror.
For sure. It brought the horror back.
Covenant, I felt, was pretty like teetering on that line too, but this one was for sure like it was a horror movie because so calm, and then when it happens, like you're all gonna fucking die.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Prometheus, I remember watching in the theater and not realizing that it was going to be scarier. Like, it was scary. It was pretty scary.
Oh, yeah. Even the scenes where they finally do find the engineer and they get the head and they realize it's like they take it off and like it starts to like, that to me was scary when I first saw it.
Yep. Yeah. But this one was intentionally horror. For sure. Also shout outs to the video game. It's been like resurfaced. A bunch of people have been playing it again.
When did that come out?
2000. Here, let me find that. Where is that? I don't know when it came out. Like probably I think like 2018 maybe ish, 2019. Yeah, 2019. It came out 2019. It's on the Switch. It's I could download it on my phone. Like I could download it and play like the first 2 levels for free and then buy it as an app on my phone. But that one I think is like the person is like a Ripley. Like I don't know if it's like her daughter or something.
Okay.
I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but you're like just hiding from the Xenomorph throughout, and there's different like you hide from like Facehuggers, you hide from synthetics that are just like kind of crazed and stuff. Like there's some cool stuff. So that's been popping up back up again.
That's cool.
Yeah. But Alien Earth it's gonna be 3 decades before the events of Alien. So I'm sure it's just gonna be like the whole Weyland-Yutani thing. But also like how can there be aliens? Like I don't like is there gonna be alien like what's gonna happen? Like I don't know. I don't know. Noah Hawley, the dude that did Legion, he's doing that. Yeah.
Wow.
So let's see.
Because Legion was fucking badass.
Yeah, Legion was fucking badass. I loved
Legion.
Yeah, that's a good show.
All the graphics, the way they would make things burst, and like that show was really cool. If you haven't seen Legion, watch it. It's so good. I liked too that like the little pods and the little ship and all the stuff like was Wayland, Utah.
Yeah,
they were all like
the
little
W's. Yeah, for sure. The branding.
And then watching it,
was there.
I did love that we saw it so close back to back, because the first time watching it, I didn't realize that wherever they were going, they were having her dock the ship at those parts.
Yeah.
Like that part didn't click for me when I first watched it. So I'm like, well, how did they get there? Like, I get it. They're going after the fact and they already saw where they went. But I'm like, how did they get there so fast? And I didn't realize she was undocking and then going.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. That was good. It was a good episode.
I mean, we could talk about it.
I know.
Forever and ever and ever.
But we got to take showers.
We got to mimis.
We got to mimis and take showers. And I got to decompress and watch TV. And I got a music video to film tomorrow, so I got some stuff to look up. Oh man. All right. Well, thank you very much for listening to our show. You can find us at Monasterio Video on Instagram.
Also, because Alexis was like, "Why is your podcast not on Pandora?" And I remember mentioning that to you at the beginning, but I know Javi's gonna get it on Pandora.
I'm gonna get it on Pandora. So yeah,
I'm excited for that.
Yeah. Okay. You can find us at Monasterio Video on Instagram at deepcuts_EP, right? On Instagram at _JJCABALLERO, www.jjcaballero.com. Look in the links in the bio for the different things that I'm linking to. I'm going to link to some stuff to help people in Palestine, some stuff to help the activists who are probably being persecuted and prosecuted or kept out of their schools and such. So trying to help that out too. I'll put the link in the bio for our Ko-Fi page because I need to make new episodes of MSV TV. I'm working on editing the one that I did on the Gaspar Noé music videos. So, but also on YouTube, I did just upload the MSV TV, the first one where I talked about the Safdie brothers. I didn't wall it. So if you want to check that out, I'll link that in the bio too. I'll link. There's some cool stuff that I found that I'll link in the thing as well, like alien related stuff. Look on our Instagram because I'm also gonna post like all of Casey's alien stuff. there's a lot. There's a lot of.
I don't have
stuff.
as much as I would like,
but there's a lot of stuff.
Hello Kitty kind of overtook.
Yeah,
but
Hello Kitty.
I did get one of the new alien popcorn.
Oh, that was awesome.
Buckets. Yeah. I have a couple of pops. Also, or maybe at least one.
Yeah.
And there's a puzzle that we need to put together.
Oh, there is the puzzle. Yeah.
It's the egg from the original Alien.
The original.
It's
the
like
poster.
The
original poster. Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, and we'll listen to you later.